Hey, what's up, everybody? This is the Nabi back again. Um, Let me greet everybody real quick. Woorden haar dugu da ola oit de bang vasas los bonjour mes mi kedu bawani konnichiwa. Ni hao ni ama sani bonani jumpa habayagani assalamu alaikum and shalom. All right, so let me break something down to you, and this is what we're going to talk about. We are going to talk about the truth about the Philippines as it pertains to the Afro man. All right, the single Afro man that's coming over here, right? And I got a brother that came over here, found him a nice wife. That's right. I said found him a wife. And so tied that knot. He tied that knot. And there's a situation I have where I am perplexed because I have a real young woman that is really, really into me and down for me, partially because of what I do for the community, right? And so basically, but I'm in a conundrum, and so I was like, I'll make a decision after I meet your dad, right? But we're talking about a woman that is young, so she has youth, really youth, and she kind of looked like this picture here, right? This isn't her, but she kind of looked like this picture here. Um, and so there's that conundrum. So the other thing that's significant about her, and we'll get into that in a minute, is where she's from. And this is going to tie into the truth about what's going on with the Afro man and our place and how we are seen. Unless some fools mess it up, we got to check them. We got to check these dudes put nasty pictures up on Facebook when they travel and stuff like that. So barring that, all right, we are the prize outside of the United States, and nobody's a prize inside it's too much of a risk to get with the B Dub inside the United States, but outside the United States, we're the prize. All right, so we're going to get into why and what's going on outside of the Philippines. So let's get at it, or inside the Philippines. So let's get at it. So as you know, I initially came down here to be of service to this elementary school. And one of the brothers, that one of the guys that watched the channel was talking to the woman that's standing next to me. And so that's how I found out about this school. This school is in Hackensack, Negro State, bag type land, but they were very appreciative. But I'm saying we talking about way off in the countryside. I thought the school was in Tacloban, all right, which Tacloban is country. This is big country with a K, all right. And so that is how I found out about this school. But the person that is into me has a TikTok channel and have been looking at all of my exploits and the things that I've been doing over my life, and she have become very infatuated, very beautiful too. All right, so there's that, and so like I said, the children put on a performance and stuff, and they like doing things. They did their little dance and stuff, so they made a little whole big shebang out of it. And basically, I took some uh, tablets and basketballs there. And so we're going to discuss those basketballs that you see up there. You know, the Wilson Spalding indoor outdoor court basketballs. We're going to discuss that, and we're going to discuss that right now. So basically, what I'm doing now, I just got out of a grab. So a grab is going to be very instrumental for you when you're traveling in Asia. And even grab taxi, right? With grab taxi, you have the upper limits, you know, the range of which you should pay. And what I've discovered, like nowhere else, that in the Philippines, the taxis The Grab taxis match what the Grab Act say they should. So they're within those range. In other words, they don't try to price gouge you because you're an American. All right. That's one of the greatest things I like about the Philippines. All right. The other thing I like about the Philippines is that you have a very polite culture and stuff. And you got the men who are now proud of their melanin because us brothers were proud of our melanin. I want y'all to let that sink in for a minute. In the Philippines, especially with the guards and stuff, we was out there laughing and stuff like that. But they are proud to be their color. I want y'all to understand this. The Caucasians have been so good at spreading racism throughout the world by way of Hollywood, Birth of a Nation, by way of the media and all of the rest of that, that is ridiculous. But with our old school hip hop which is what they listen to, they're not really aware of the Kendrick Lamar Drake. It's not even a debate anymore, but they weren't aware of that beef, right? So when you look at it, all right, our whole old school hip hop, when you go to these places, when you go to these malls, it is the thing, right? It is the culture that they are trying to be. It is the culture that they are trying to learn. It is the culture that is most emulated, not only here, but in Japan and in a lot of places in Asia, right? And you know, the Japanese, they got a combination of the Japanese culture versus this. All right. So when I discuss this, it goes into how women here in the Philippines are choosing men. What you will see is when you come down here, you will see the old Caucasian dudes with young Filipinas, and you're going to know it is how do we say it in the United States? Transactional. It is transactional. Like the B dub in the United States. It is totally transactional. All right. And so there's that thing. When you see them, when you see women getting with the brothers, it is cultural. All right. So one is transactional, one is cultural, as you see, right? You saw that brother walk by, right? So transactional versus cultural. All right. So what am I saying? What are we really getting into? All right. I am going to break this down. So when we get to the woman that's trying to get, I mean, bruh, all right, the one that's trying to get at me, right? The younger ones, when they want you, they coming for you. The older ones that have a child, this, that, and the other, they're trying to negotiate to have their child in the mix, this, that, and the other. So I pretty much, I was preferring the older ones, but then I realized the folly of my ways, and I was like, no, I'm going to settle with the younger ones, right? Because I want stress free. And so there was an older woman that I was interested in. And I was like, and I told her straight up, I'm here with no stress, no nothing. And I was like, you're not offering me much by wanting me to do all this stuff. I was like, I could do without it. Right. And so one of the things was that two things happened. So she came to visit me. She started looking at all my stuff. She was looking at my Motrin. And I was like, why are you going through my stuff? We don't even know each other like that yet. Right? And you're going through my stuff, right? And so I was like, okay, no. And so there is that thing. And those are habits that they have, like the B dub in the US, right? And so you got one time to do that and you're done. You are done, right? And I explained to her, you bring nothing to me. Absolutely nothing, right? I have peace. If I want a piece, I can go get it, right? It's just that I just prefer to think, be alone and think, because I'm getting tired of people interfering with my thoughts, especially women, right? And so basically there's that. But there's this young girl that looked like this. And so she's coming and she's just putting it out there. I want you, you going to be mine. Bada boom, bada bing. Soon as you get here, right? And there's that. Now, here's some takeaways. Here's some takeaways. When I said these people are into our culture, this is what I mean. You know our HBCU bands? All right. They even had the HBCU type rocking, with the drum snake thing, right? And so when I say our influence is heavy here, it is heavy. And so one of the things that I'm finding out is the women that are not in the big cities like Manila, right? They prefer the Caucasian persuasions because they're monkey branch. The women outside in the I was going to say prefectures, but that's Japan. But outside in the rural areas, they are preferring the Afro men, right? And we're talking about the younger ones. The children would be like, "Hey, it's a brother," and they want you to say something. Just and if you give them just the, what's up, man? All right, you made their day. All right. So basically, if you're going to come here, stay away from Manila. Go to Cebu. I would fly into Manila, wind down for a minute, get used to the time zone change, and then head into Cebu. That's where you can go to beaches and stuff, and be on the beach and all the rest of that stuff. The women in Manila, it's a financial thing. How do we say it again? We call it transactional. All right, in here in Manila, the men are going to be cool. The men are going. If you cool, they cool. All right. So in the outskirts, that's where they want you, and you will find a lot. One brother, he's the well-traveled. I forget his name on TikTok. He's well-traveled. He's a merchant mariner now. He decided to take that job up. He was thinking that he's the only one marrying these women, but he's not. He's just really not aware that there's a lot more brothers that have Filipino wives. And he came and settled in, and a lot of brothers are finding that it's easy to come here, settle in, make your money go to work for you. And these women, you can give money to these women, and they will take care of the home like a wife should. And then when you come back, you go into a home that's already made, that already got the food there, that already got the stuff going on. They didn't F off your money on nails and weave from hair that's not theirs. All right, that's the difference. So, I mean, this is some of the things that I am noticing, and this is the new Philippines that you're going to get. All right, this lady is the head honcho at this school, um, and the school is amazing. The school is amazing. I'm gonna have to do another video to talk about it so you can see my way into the school. All right. So with that said, let me give you one other reminder. Um, my PayPal me and Cash App will be in the description box, right? So if you care to donate, that's how you do it. But make sure you take care of yourself and family first. Don't forget to comment, thumbs up, and subscribe. All right. Peace, love, and soul. I'm out, y'all.